This video is inspired by a YouTube comment I got from Robin Lanter. So special shout out to you, Robin. Thank you. On the video I did, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. The comment was, hey, my boss is telling me not to document things as much, but I think it's important to keep documenting. How do I handle that? And then a second comment by Robin kind of clarified a little bit more the context of what the boss was implying or asking for. So keep watching, and I'm going to talk to you about the importance of just using a few words as we document things in our career, whether it's emails or conversations, proposals, etc. Hi, my name is Shawn Sommerkamp, and this is Motivationeer Christian Coaching. Okay, you might see me from time to time swatting. I got a little bug flying around me here. So the context of what Robin later revealed in the comment on my YouTube channel was the boss was not per se saying stop documenting things, but make your documentation more brief. So I started looking into a little bit of research about this because I am a big fan of what I will refer to as executive summaries. Even when I was back in the Navy, taking all the logs that we did constantly, we documented everything. I realized later on in my professional life that writing things like a police report, where it's this observation, narration, word for word, long kind of written out insights or observations, is not useful in our career unless we're a police officer or some type of civil servant recording our actual observations. It's way better to be brief, to get great at learning how to say a lot of insight in just a few words. Well, I kind of refer to this as executive summaries. The reason why I do is because we want to communicate a lot of information to our executives, but they do not have the time to read it. So we want to do it in a way that conveys lots of great information with a few words. This is a skill. And it takes practice. It's not going to come super easy. Most people, to start with, don't want to document. And secondly, when we start documenting, we go way too long. We're verbose. We lose people. I think this is why it says, let me find the verse again. It's Proverbs chapter 10, verse 19. With many words, sin is not absent. I think this is an accurate statement. And I don't want to look at it from the perspective of, we are sinning against God, but we're not on the right path when we're using lots of words. Ironically, I'm using a lot of words to kind of describe this, but the video is going to be short, so bear with me. We want to keep things brief for the sake of clarity, for the sake of preventing misinformation. And that takes work on our behalf, the one taking notes. It's really easy to just ramble on, right? No one likes to ramble. So it is a worthy investment to start practicing how to make things more clear with fewer words. When I went to college at UConn, one of the classes I took there was business writing at its best. And what we would do is take contracts, older contracts written by lawyers, and then try to convey the essence of the contract as accurately as a lawyer did, but in half the words. That was our homework assignments. I think it was said, although I have not researched this, that lawyers used to get paid by the word. That's why they were so wordy. And it was the idea of using Normandy language from the Norman invasion. We used language that they had together with our Anglo-Saxon language, so we kind of said things twice. So I say, when you write something, take time to review it again and again and again, 5 or 6 times before sending it, to narrow it down. It is important to document things. As I said in my video, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. But it's also our responsibility to document in a way that engages the reader and doesn't lose them. So I want to share a few quotes that I find funny, but really profoundly true. Spiritual, but they have the same type of weight, okay? The first one is not so much a quote from something Shakespeare said himself, but something in his play Hamlet from Polonius. Brevity is the soul of wit. Oh man, I love that. Brevity is the soul of wit. I don't have this written down, but I just thought of another one. Einstein said, simplicity is the highest form of sophistication. Did I say Einstein? I meant, who was it? Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember it. So it was Leonardo da Vinci. I think that's who said it. Although sometimes I misquote things, and sometimes misquotes go on and on. Here's another one from Blaise Pascal in his The Provincial Letters in 1657. I have only made this letter longer because I have not had the time to make it shorter. Giving us the hint, it does take our time investment, a skill to make things more brief. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "It is my ambition to say in 10 sentences what others say in a whole book." George Burns, who is a comedian but also a Christian, said, I love this one, "The secret of a good sermon is to have a good beginning and a good ending, and to have the two as close together as possible." Yes, that's a great sermon. Then lastly, Louise Brooks said, "Writing is 1% inspiration and 99% elimination." We want to be very clear as we're documenting what we're experiencing, what customers want, what people commit to, we document it. But we do it, I'm recommending the paragraph bullet kind of idea. Brief sentences to make a short paragraph and then some bullet items. Get really great at conveying a lot of information in just a few words, and we won't miss the mark. We won't quote unquote sin. And that way, it is going to show that we have the attention to be executively, to really consider what we're communicating to others in a way that is serving them and not ourselves. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for 2 new videos each week. Tell me in the comments below about your career situation, and I'll make a video for you with a shout out. You can also become a member at Motivationeer.com. Your career is not just a way to make a living, it's a way to transform the world.